Hello dear friends and welcome to Piro Place, fresh from the most beautiful island in the world, in color, in stereo from Cyprus. I'm Piru, I greet you and I've never seen this before. This is the first time we're experiencing weather here and it's quite remarkable. We have rain in Disney Dreamlight Valley and we're continuing our gameplay there today. We won't let the rain impress us at all. Earlier we faced a small issue. We found a new friend. Through a magical portal, we arrived at Wally, our amiable neighborhood robot. However, he is somewhat shy. We have not been successful in persuading him to accompany us to Dreamlight Valley just yet. We need a few small gifts, a few little lures. Goofy has already given us a boot with a little plant. Wally is quite the plant enthusiast. Mickey is indeed quite the expert in gardening, absolutely. We should definitely check if he can assist us. The issue was that we frequently found ourselves stuck with our conversation partners, and I notice it's stalling here today as well. I have no idea what's going on here. Why is Dreamlight Valley lagging? I think it's glitching, and I mean that literally. So let's take a look. Where has Mickey gone? Mickey, where'd you go? Certainly, when you search for him, he is naturally located upstairs rather than downstairs naturally. Therefore, I sincerely hope that Mickey can at last assist us now and that he has fully recovered from his hiccups from the previous occasion. It's truly wonderful to see you. I have heard that you have recently discovered a new companion whom you can introduce to the valley. His name is Wally, and he is a gardener, quite similar to yourself. Precisely, that's fantastic. We can certainly utilize all the assistance we can obtain in the garden. Indeed, that's unquestionably a task for Wally. So you are searching for a present to gain his confidence. Well, I possess an excellent bouncy ball that he might appreciate. It is quite delightful at her location, and now I must determine whether I need to transport it from my residence to here or not. A bouncy ball! A bouncy ball, a balloon has been noticed somewhere. I do not observe one present here. Here, Seahörnchen, could you possibly take a glance around, or perhaps there exists a container in that location. Over there, behind it, there is a ball. Hold on a sec, can I reach that? Your apparel bag! So the container is now absent and we must replenish the inventory once more. I believe it is necessary for us to reconsider our inventory management strategy somewhat. Hold on for a moment, what items do we not absolutely require at this very moment? The doorknob, we most certainly need that as we must deliver it to Merlin in the near future. Please hold on for a moment. Is it possible for us to utilize the book in this location, specifically the recipe for crackers? That is quite excellent, indeed, quite excellent. Now we have available space once more. Absolutely magnificent, it can indeed be that uncomplicated, truly remarkable. Therefore, we shall temporarily set aside the doorknob for the present moment. Let us first ensure that we successfully complete the task with Wally in this particular instance, and how might that be accomplished? These persistent nocturnal thorns keep re-emerging. Do you possess any insights concerning this phenomenon, Seahörnchen? I am unsure about the cause as well. We successfully eliminated every single one of them splendidly. Now, let's swiftly examine the tasks at hand. The golden doorknob represents a friendship task for Merlin, which we shall set aside for the time being because our priority is to address the situation with Wally here first. You have discovered everything. Deliver the items to Wally. That sounds excellent. Then we are on the correct path here. Next, we need to go back to the castle and go through the portal again. I'm already encountering obstacles here. It's still the morning for me, everyone, and I'm sitting here with my morning coffee, so don't be surprised if I'm still a bit disoriented. So, there is our entrance to Wally's planet, and here we find ourselves once more surrounded by the somber atmosphere. I believe Wally is an incredibly fascinating character, perhaps one of the most intriguing from Disney. Do you know who he reminds me of? Do you still remember? This is something for everyone who grew up in the 80s. Does anyone still recall the movie Short Circuit? Wall-E reminds me quite a lot of number 5 from that film, so I would be genuinely surprised if there hasn't been any legal dispute regarding it. They are extraordinarily similar, I just wanted to express that sentiment. So what would you like to communicate? The fire suppression device, the round object, and the sprouting footwear. Indeed, he is genuinely delighted, and he is truly content, and I thoroughly enjoy observing that. I was certain you would appreciate them. His lively movements are so cute, I really adore the little guy. I sincerely hope you feel completely at home in the valley. You have the opportunity to make friends with everyone here. Precisely, yes, and that makes you even more joyful, which I find absolutely delightful. Tada! Wall-E, you are revealing yourself to me. Does that indicate you wish to join me? I presume so indeed. It is absolutely wonderful. A truly marvelous moment indeed. He is currently in the process of obtaining a residence. He is in the midst of acquiring a house, and I believe the task is not entirely completed yet. So please wait a moment. The timid little robot, ensure Wall-E feels comfortable and at ease in the village by constructing him a home. Press Y to access the furniture that ought to be positioned within the house. Now, I'm quite intrigued about how to construct a house for him, as we haven't accomplished that yet. Alright, this should be quite fascinating. Is Wall-E accompanying us, or is he already present there? I am feeling somewhat uncertain, so as we progress with moving in and establishing a residence, alright, I believe all my inquiries will be addressed now. I hope you locate it within the furniture menu, access the inventory, and open the house menu. Oh, so it appears I can essentially position a prefabricated house with the assistance of Uncle Scrooge, and naturally, I can enhance it. So if Mickey is meant to assist with the tasks, and that seems logical since he is a gardener, then we should construct the house in proximity to Mickey. Or perhaps we should see if we can create something in this area. I'll just clear away these stones for a brief moment. I hope we possess a house sufficiently small, otherwise I would place it at the corner, then Wall-E can proceed directly into the garden. That would be my strategy. The strategy just needs to be successful, alright? What about this? Can we still clear something here? Dismantling is consistently significant, as one never truly knows if it will remain accessible once the residence is firmly established in that location, assuming I am capable of constructing it there. So, dear little one, what do we have present here? A new level has been attained, which is quite delightful, as reaching a new level is invariably advantageous. Now let's proceed to thoroughly examine the situation, arranging the residence, organizing the furnishings, collections, and so forth. A bug's life, the witches, the wizard possesses. Oh, it appears they each have their distinct themes here. All right, yet I don't observe anything I possess. Hold on a moment. Elements, still nothing. Fanta individuals, how numerous are the areas available? Oh my goodness gracious, Lilo and Stitch, there are indeed quite a number of items accessible here. Alright, not associated with Disney, I'm genuinely in search of a residence. Oh dear folks, what could possibly be the price of that? Incidentally, I have just realized that there is still a clothing bag in my possession, so let's promptly open it, as otherwise it will occupy space in the inventory indefinitely. What do we got here? Certainly, something I absolutely will not be wearing, but it's quite an intriguing concept. Thank you for that recommendation. So indeed, Mickey Mouse ears, those are undoubtedly the very last thing I need at this particular moment. Requesting furniture, categories, house. Alright, now please be a bit patient with me. We are in the process of constructing the very first house. Is Wall-E's truck actually considered his residence? Alright. Alright, let's scrutinize this carefully and rotate the object. He must possess a method to exit somewhere. Hold on for a moment. If I position it here in this particular manner, will that prove to be effective? So, alright. How is the construction advancing at this particular moment? Does it assemble itself automatically, or is it necessary for me to assume the role of the handyman in this specific situation? I don't know. I'll speed things up. I'm investing. The little robot seems a bit nervous, but don't worry, we can soon offer him a place where he feels at home. DAC Construction Company is your reliable partner in all matters related to building. Alright, let's begin without further delay. No more unnecessary talking. Let's proceed and invest some funds. Alright, I sincerely apologize, but I inadvertently swallowed my coffee earlier this morning. As if it dispels worries and sorrows. So indeed, with that, our initial Disney resident takes up residence. That doesn't mean our first Disney resident, but our first night owl. Observe our volleyball. Greetings, my treasured companion, accompanied by the photograph. Emerge from that place. Why is he not capturing the photograph? Oh, everyone, it appears I am obstructing his view here. You are unable to witness the exceptional volley now. This is effective. Indeed effective, correct? I believe so as well. Delightful keepsake photograph. Let's observe if he decides to move in at the house as well. I find it nice to have the little guy here now. Look, he also has plants around him, or rather, Mickey can help. Oh, observe, there is already an ongoing conversation with Merlin, and I find that to be quite delightful indeed. Now that Merlin is here, I certainly don't mean to intrude, but we should get rid of this golden doorknob. We have a significant amount of work ahead of us. Therefore, the golden doorknob, here it is for you. So M as in Merlin, correct? It may not look like much from Peru, but it proves that your efforts against forgetting were not in vain. I discovered this item here in the village, precisely. Who is the rightful owner of this? I thought our resident expert on the unusual might know what this is. Yes, that's a nice compliment, you two. I think the title's cool too. Ah, Mirabelle Madrigal? Could you say that name once again? It seems to resonate with me in some way. However, I can't understand it, everyone. I just can't grasp it. The former ruler wanted Mirabelle to feel at home, so with my help, he cast a spell on her house to remind her of her original home. The spell gave the house the power to reflect Mirabelle's kindness and energy. Still, we didn't expect Mini Casita to be so magical and protect its residents so much. Mini Casita, what are your thoughts and contemplations? When the forgetting occurred, Mirabelle, much like many of us, commenced to lose her memory. One morning, her home was no longer present. I promptly began investigating and uncovered something truly amazing. To safeguard Mirabelle, her residence vanished into its very own unique universe. That's not so terrible. Discovering this golden doorknob can signify only one thing. Mini Casita is contemplating a return. However, initially you must demonstrate that the valley is secure once more. Alright, we are prepared for any kind of mischief. Well, houses believe in actions, so I have to convince a house now. Seriously? Alright, houses believe in actions, not words. Additionally, houses often resemble their inhabitants. Well, in Wally's case, I can agree with that. To prove that the valley is safe for Mirabelle, the values of the madrigals had to be embodied, and what are those? So, well, I heard that they always believe in uniting their village to help the community. And I remember that Mirabelle made sure, with everyone present here, excuse me, that their unique needs were sufficiently addressed. Their needs were met. Wait, let's talk about unity first. But here my needs, they must be met. Well, okay, and she loves your photos if that helps. I could capture some photographs of the residents concerning everyone's specific requirements. I might inquire about what the residents specifically require and present them with some thoughtful gifts. Okay, it might be enough to talk to some of the residents. Okay, after all, everyone is happy when you think of them, so we can check off Merlin then. I definitely consider this as a conversation. The greater number of good deeds you perform, the more magical energy the golden doorknob will accumulate. Once it has gathered enough, Minikasita will make a return. I shall endeavor to make an attempt at that and engage in conversation with you once I have successfully accomplished it. Alright, let us initiate a dialogue with Goofy. Let us commence right here. I need to tell you something. I caught a really strange fish recently. Never seen one like it. It was big and puffed up. Sounds cool. I presented it to Merlin and he informed me that it is a fugu fish. It's considered a delicacy in this region, gourmet cuisine. At the shimmering beach, it probably only swims on the surface when it rains. Okay, you can certainly try that. Fishing for fugu in the rain, okay, why not? I threw it back, but perhaps you might be able to catch it during the next rainfall. Daily chat. Is it possible for us to already engage in a daily conversation with Volley? I'm not entirely sure how to communicate with a robot, but welcome to Dreamlight Valley Volleyball. I sincerely hope it was genuinely enjoyable in this place. Indeed, he is undoubtedly quite enthusiastic. That reassures me to some extent. Now, I'm already wearing this beautiful wool suit, right? You have to do it justice. Alright, we have now gathered various residents in this place. Come on, let's capture another group photograph. Hey, my old friend, please hold on for just a moment. Certainly this is your aspiration. You comprehend that solely you possess the capability. I need to witness that. We definitely need 3 photos. How is that again? How do I get the photo here? So, there's something else I want to talk to you about. Maybe you've noticed the huge pillars all over the village. Now we're actually getting back to the other topic. I genuinely intended to finish this particular task here. So, it's time for you to understand what they are. We'll start with the one in the meadow. Follow me. At least the shaking has stopped now. No idea. At the beginning we had such shaking. No idea what that was here. Ah, indeed. There is this particular pillar. Alright, this pillar is merely one among numerous others dispersed throughout the entire village. As long as I can remember, the pillars protected the valley and kept it safe from dark magic, but not anymore. The pillars have sustained damage and are no longer whole. Each one is missing a crucial component. It is imperative that you locate these missing parts. Each pillar previously contained a sphere of virtue. That certainly sounds rather intriguing. The spheres encapsulate potent magical forces. Each one symbolizes a virtue upon which the ancient sovereign established the valley. Indeed, these virtues are associated with the formidable types of magic. Trust, camaraderie, and authority, to name just a few. Authority is indeed one of the virtues. Indeed, power possesses the potential to be virtuous if wielded with wisdom, which is regrettably seldom the case. This is precisely the reason we had to endure this magical turmoil. The orb sadly disappeared. When our esteemed ruler vanished, a few were lost. Some were forgotten and others were taken because of their magical properties. I must locate the orbs. Precisely to ensure the village's safety. Naturally, make righteous decisions immediately in this place. Exactly. As long as you have only the best for the village in mind, you'll be on the right path to another new mission. So there really seems to be more than enough to do here. This pillar. What did the Orb of Friendship contain? One of the most powerful orbs of the village. The orb is now caught in a night thorn, and I believe that's the one we see here in the background. It got caught in a night thorn that is stronger than anything else you have encountered so far. Since the sphere got caught, the well in the meadow has been cursed, and we can no longer use it. You must liberate the orb from the entangling thorns by demonstrating that you possess the extraordinary power of friendship. I will keep bringing new friends to the village. Yes, it is very important that we bring our friends back, but that is not enough. We must not forget all those who are already here and are trying to rebuild their lives. That's clear. Minor gestures of generosity can create a significant impact, such as presenting someone with a gift merely because you believe they will appreciate it. That is consistently a pleasant notion. Spend some time together. What do you youngsters refer to it as these days, hanging out? So engage in conversation with the residents to become more acquainted with them. However, most importantly, they must become acquainted with you. Once you have comprehended that, the sphere of friendship shall be yours. Restore it to its rightful location, and the fountain's flight will be elevated. You look beautiful here. As we don't have much time, I actually wanted to take a photo now. Could you please remind me how it was once again? How exactly was it with the photographs in this specific place? Alright, we require 3 photographs. I actually wanted to capture a photograph right now, correct? Hold on. So it does beep. Oh, I comprehend. At this particular moment, alright, we already have one, which signifies we need to invest time with the person with whom we are capturing the photograph. Alright, let's endeavor to capture another delightful photograph with Volley, or alternatively, we can engage in a conversation with him, as that should also be advantageous, interacting with individuals. What is it, Willie? What is happening? Wally is currently singing and dancing a bit. I ought to join him. Let's participate so he doesn't feel quite so isolated in this place. The little one. Yes, that indeed provides us with additional bonus points here, and as a result, we have reached a new level 5, with maximum energy being increased. We receive a window as a reward. Well, if there are any construction projects taking place here once again, it will undoubtedly prove to be advantageous. Alright, let us proceed to further explore the surrounding area. We still have the wise and knowledgeable Merlin accompanying us here, and as long as I am able, I believe I can only spend quality and meaningful time with one companion at a time. Alright, yes, I sincerely wish you all the very best as well, dear Merlin. Then let us proceed to pay a visit to our dear friend Goofy. I believe I might interrupt him while he is engaged in his fishing activities, but alas, he will simply have to manage with it, the little fellow. Meanwhile, we're clearing out a bit more Dornier. What's here? Coin. Morning, dear. Consequently, let's dedicate some time to spend together specifically. Let's capture our photograph here because we require a delightful image for our most recent arrivals. Absolutely, he is remarkably photogenic, our dear Goofy. No matter what anyone might suggest, the fellow genuinely knows how to strike a pose. We can continue, since we have just had a conversation with him, and we've also chatted with Volley as well as Merlin. It would be wise to engage in conversation with Dagobert and Mickey once again. Therefore, offer the various inhabitants their most cherished and treasured presents. Engage in daily dialogues 2 out of 2, so at this point we merely require 2 preferred and favored gifts for 2 residents and a photograph with 1 resident. Then we already possess something here while Dagobert is simply lingering around. You are absolutely not allowed to socialize with him at all. You are absolutely not allowed to socialize with that colleague at all. What about Mickey? No, I didn't want that now. Why? Why is this not working? I suppose I must rely on Wally once again at this particular moment, assuming that I am indeed capable of locating the little fellow. He should be situated upstairs in the proximity of Mickey. Indeed, there he goes, rolling along. It's just the colleague making his way through. Well, I can't take a picture with him right now, but I mean, he does like plants. I'll give him my plant. Indeed, that was undoubtedly the most perfect gift. Yes, it is quite important to understand your neighbors a little better, and then you can genuinely bring them true happiness. By the way, you can also make me happy if you enjoy it here. Please feel free to leave a bit of affection and camaraderie with a hyperlink I intended to express. No, sharing a link is perfectly acceptable as well. You are welcome to share it naturally. Of course, a like, a follow, and feel free to subscribe. It helps move things forward here. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm still pondering. We captured a photograph with Goofy, and we also captured a photograph with Merlin. Can I only take 1 photo with each character? Please no. What I don't understand now is why I can't take a picture with Dagobert. Oh, now I've gone into the store instead of chatting with him. That wasn't the main point, my dear. Such a consistently clingy individual, isn't he? That's how it is. Let's see what we can do here. I have something special for you. What could make Dagobert really happy? Nothing that I currently possess, or perhaps a dream shard could potentially be sufficient. Certainly, you are as valuable as gold itself. All right, I comprehend it now. Certainly we shall converse at some point in the future. I have never been capable of sitting idly for an extended period of time. If I am not actively involved in an adventure, I am already in the process of planning the next one. Do you take pleasure in going on adventures? Indeed, although, yes, I could certainly say I absolutely love exploring new locations, new places and things. Yes, that's truly something. Yes, I can wholeheartedly endorse that. I like to hear that. You can't expect everything to come to you? That's true. Sometimes you must go out and grab life by the tail feathers. Quite delightful. I always stress making every moment special. Speaking of counting financial resources, it's about time to tally up my funds so that I can effectively plan the journey I previously mentioned. Thus, we have successfully advanced to a new phase with Dagobert, which is indeed rather delightful, achieving level 2. Indeed, it is crucial to carefully contemplate the future expansion of our dwelling, yet I believe that we have other priorities to address at this particular moment in time. We possess the presents here at this moment, and up until now, they have graciously accepted them, although these were not their most preferred gifts. I'm somewhat perplexed as to why I'm unable to capture photographs with certain colleagues here. Perhaps I should enhance my friendship with Mickey initially, although I'm uncertain. I'm absolutely delighted to see you. How do I plant seeds? It's good, but nothing new, right? You just dig with a shovel and put the seeds in, right? Certainly, otherwise he does not possess anything significant to contribute. Therefore, I don't have to address each individual one separately. They just need to be in my vicinity. Anyway, we have all three pictures now. The only thing that remains missing is the favorite gifts. What precisely are the preferred gifts? This is making me nuts! What's Wally doing here just hanging around? He's whistling to himself. Attempt once more with a present. What do you think about seeds? Please wait for just a brief moment. This could potentially be a present for Merlin. Just a brief moment, Wally, pardon me. I simply need to attempt something swiftly. You're here nicely, as we don't have much time. Alright then, if we have already showcased this, it awkwardly nudges me directly on the nose and I fail to perceive it. Favorite items of the day encompass mint candy, dream shard, and blue hydrangea. Indeed, that's undoubtedly a cherished present from Merlin. Now we also know how it works with the favorite gifts. I am very grateful to you, that makes me happy. Certainly, you must ensure that at the outset, without any doubt. And always keep in mind, your imagination holds a powerful magic, quite naturally. So, let us thoroughly examine it. I possess something for you. What exactly are his lustrous aquamarine gold bars, delectable herring? Okay, I don't have something like that right now. Let's see what Wally likes. Could it possibly have been a pink hydrangea, perhaps? Do I possess something of that nature? Maybe a bell pepper or a shimmering tourmaline? I believe we ought to be able to locate the pink hydrangea somewhere around here. Let's proceed to search for it then. Let's embark on a quest to find the pink hydrangea. Should it not be located somewhere in this vicinity? Oh, naturally. We will most certainly bring the container along with us as well. Oh, what is this? What have we received? Hold on for just a moment. I am unable to see it right now. For our small squirrel companion here, a handful of apples are always highly beneficial, just in case we require some additional energy reserves. We will, of course, bring them along with us. So indeed, we must not allow the beautiful hydrangeas to divert our attention here. Pink hydrangeas are quite highly sought after, so where exactly do we locate them? It does not seem to be a variety that is especially widespread in this particular area. Naturally, we make sure to gather absolutely everything we are able to acquire while we are already traveling. Hello? Perhaps I should also grasp the hoe in my hand, and then it will operate correctly. What type of redstone do we have there? I am able to perceive it now as well. There it is. Wait a moment, what is that? Grenade, certainly, indeed, the harmonious tunes of Hortense. I believe this is going to evolve into a picture search game indeed. I would have assumed it was located in Mickey's garden or a similar place, correct? However, where exactly is the purple hydrangea situated? Certainly, we can absolutely cultivate something in this particular location. Let's seize the opportunity to obtain the shovel initially, as there might indeed be something concealed here naturally. Certainly, stones are not exactly my preferred choice either. What exactly do we have in this specific location? Wheat? Indeed, we ought to definitely proceed to plant that. Let's apply a little bit of water on top right away to speed up the process a bit. Certainly, however, there are still no extraordinary hydrangeas present in this particular area, especially not in the pink variety. Nevertheless, there remains further excavation work to be completed. Everything except my specific task is advancing as planned here. All right. Water just once. Certainly, let us continue onward. You never truly manage to embark on the quest you genuinely wish to undertake. There is always something that needs to be accomplished here in some location, which is quite fascinating. We have observed all sorts of various things flourish here, yet now, of all things, we are unable to spot Wally's plant. If absolutely nothing assists us at this moment, then we must certainly check at Uncle Scrooge's shop to determine if this particular plant is available for acquisition, because I am unable to spot it anywhere around here, or perhaps I'm simply not perceiving things clearly. I'm uncertain. Indeed, that is our highly coveted sphere that we earnestly aspire to liberate, but that will only be successful once we have bestowed upon everyone present their most cherished and treasured gifts. Therefore, that is essentially all the locations we are capable of traversing, and I do not observe any place where our adventurous little explorer has discovered anything noteworthy. Fruits are consistently beneficial, perpetually nourishing, provide us with vitality, and most importantly, deliver energy. Yeah, folks, I'm a bit at a loss right now. This plant is nowhere to be found. Mickey, for some reason or another, I apparently can't give any gifts. Let's take another look at what else he likes. He is genuinely thrilled. The sparkling tourmaline or the vibrant paprika? Well, the tourmaline gemstone. We probably can only acquire it if we engage in mining activities somewhere in the vicinity. How is it going with Mickey? Alright, I really didn't intend to harvest at this moment, but it seems we have no choice. Now there's a task at hand. We must water them, otherwise they will dry out completely. Blah blah blah. Nice that you found the majestic watering can. Indeed, our gardener Mickey is currently present here. However, it appears that we have not quite reached the desired level of friendship just yet. What do we have here? We are able to harvest. I'm incredibly delighted to see you. How should I water the plants? We already know that information. Thank you, my friend. I believe we are also engaged in an entirely different task here. Alright, I am unable to locate the item, and I am unable to find this peculiar plant. Therefore, we might need to obtain something for another individual. Hello, neighbor. Alternatively, we could explore Dagobert's store to determine if he possibly has it. You may disregard Gold Bond as we do not presently have it in our possession. It's herring, correct? So, there are two options now. Either we check at Dagobert's shop, which we'll do now, or we see if Goofy has something. We must investigate that thoroughly, because it doesn't appear to be a type of plant that naturally grows in every location. I mean, quite clearly, if it did, it wouldn't present such a challenge. On the other hand, gold pieces seem a bit scarce here, right? I do not think that Dagobert holds anything especially captivating here. Let us continue to Goofy and investigate what he might have available at his delightful little shop. So, by the way, the well back there, which is still sealed, we want to reactivate it. That's it. So what does he have, huh? I can see it right away. He doesn't have what we want. That is not good. What a huge pity, what an unfortunate pity, what an absolute pity. We have already provided a delivery to the esteemed and honorable Merlin, something that could be considered a delightful and pleasant gift. Now he turns his back on me. Do we still hold anything that he genuinely values? Dreamshot, blue hydrangea. Those are all remarkably distinctive plants. Everyone, I kindly ask you not to drive me insane. No way. It's simply that one particular gift that we're lacking. I'm going absolutely crazy. So what kind of things does a character like Goofy enjoy? Fish sandwich, tourmaline gemstone, all those particular items that we naturally do not currently possess. Kingfish, a delightful fish sandwich delicacy. So, a kingfish, we might potentially be able to catch one, but we would indeed need to fish for it. However, where exactly? I am not certain. I am not entirely certain at this moment, I must genuinely admit. Please feel free to write in the comment section what the significance of the colors of the bubbles is here. I do think there is a distinction regarding which type of fish you can catch there. Yes, let's have a look. That's unfortunate, I'm sorry. No, that is truly nothing whatsoever. It's genuinely nothing of any significance. Wally, our curious colleague, correct? I'm standing here feeling quite foolish at this moment. I am unable to get this object tossed into the center. Now, this is the way it ought to be. What is that? A catfish? It is indeed quite delightful. Yet it is not precisely a kingfish with all the affection and joy that we are seeking. Not exactly what we are looking for. Rainbow trout. Is there anything that you need from me? Sorry, can't right now. I apologize, my dear friend. I must swiftly attend to my responsibilities here. We still have 2 more to review in this location. Let's determine what assists him. What's going on with you, my colleague? We have absolutely no energy remaining, and we need to alter that swiftly. Let's devour a few delicious apples and then hope we can successfully catch one of those peculiar kingfish here. We haven't truly experienced much fortune with the plants, have we? Regrettably, we won't have the opportunity to catch a whole fish sandwich in this particular spot, but I am hopeful for at least a kingfish, or maybe even a rainbow trout. However, those aren't precisely the varieties of fish that are presently sought after in this area right now. Merlin is presently quite fascinated by my fishing endeavors. A bream, while perfectly acceptable and all, is not exactly what I require at this particular moment. Do these colors signify individual fish species, or do they denote the quality of the fish? Therefore, if you possess knowledge of that particular information, kindly communicate it to me. Yes, indeed, it has now transitioned to a white color. Yes, we need to do a bit of fishing now. I'm sorry, friends. We need this kingfish for Goofy. It's kind of a practice for fishing, right? Just a bit. It's not a big deal now, right? But you need to make sure the timing is a bit right. Alright, there seem to be no extra symbols here or in this spot either. Have we fished everything from this area today? Or what does that mean? There must certainly be this fish located somewhere. Rainbow trout species. Yes, we always somehow catch the same type of fish here. Always the ones we don't need right now. Messed up the throw as well. Fortunately, I still have a few snacks with me. So sustenance is consistently of utmost importance. And companions in this environment are quite significant, like Sea Hernchen, my dependable squirrel, who also collects such provisions on the side for me. Therefore, it is most advantageous to swiftly locate a pleasant companion. Squirrels are genuinely quite fascinated by a variety of fruits, and you can quickly establish a new companionship, right? That is not particularly advantageous. Indeed, Wally. I am aware that you have an assignment for me, but I am only capable of addressing one at a time. I am quite confident that we can most certainly sell a few fish to Goofy in the foreseeable future. The shop consistently presents the same varieties of fish, although at present it is blue once more. So if I understand this correctly, it's probably a bream. I think it's sorted by fish. What color is the kingfish then? That would be a big help. I am inclined to think that they are indeed categorized by their color. Indeed, it is the bream present here. Therefore, this indicates that the coloration represents the type of fish rather than its quality. It's clear. It's not like it's the angler or something, right? It's clear. Oh my goodness, I was just contemplating that quite thoroughly myself. Do we happen to have another smaller pond or perhaps a more expansive lake around here somewhere? Where could I possibly acquire this peculiar one? I'm acquiring this fish once more. Additionally, I'm unable to obtain these peculiar herbs. That's somewhat stressing me out at the moment. Oh, let's immediately grab something to eat here. Therefore, there is a novel type of fish accessible once again. So, this is indeed rather time-consuming, but I genuinely believe this is the most efficient method to reach this kingfish or whatever it might be. As I said, it would naturally be helpful to know what color the kingfish is. Rainbow trout. Well, it's not as though we've never successfully caught rainbow trout in this particular location before. Alright, let's initially ensure we clear out all the fish from here, as it's congesting our entire inventory. Let's eliminate the fish together with Goofy. So, because that's a bit too much for me. What do we currently have present here? A catfish indeed. And right over here, there are the rainbow trout. 7 of them in total. We certainly have a bit of extra pocket money once more. It is necessary for us to purchase items every once in a while. That is quite evident. So everyone, I am quite convinced that I really need to engage in a bit more fishing to successfully catch this particular fish. Our allotted time for today is nearly finished. However, that should not be an issue, because we shall return here in Disney Dreamlight Valley quite soon, dear friends. I hope you had a bit of fun. If so, leave a little love, a little friendship. That's what it's all about here. So, give a thumbs up, ring the bell, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and of course, goodbye until next time.